It's
All
back.
right, so that's not it. Say you walked into the store and bought wine, and then I walked in. Does your buying affect my buying? Probably not. So it'd be independent. So we're going to say it is. The only thing that if you bought 2 bottles of wine, that kind of throws off the independence, because what your first bottle was may influence what your second bottle is. You might be more apt not to buy the same first bottle again, but you might want 2. So there's a little question about independence there. But unless you're buying a big couple bottles of wine, they should be independent. All right, so every bottle that is bought should be independent of others that were bought. And lastly, Julia, could you tell Allie what L stood for as a new thing? We dropped the normal, so that's kind of nice.
Large expected values.
Large expected value. And Elena, how large is large?
Less than or equal to 5.
Right. All the expected values have to be greater than or equal to 5. So on this chart, you'll see, Allie, that everything was greater than 5. So we have to check that. So a new thing to check. All right, so in conducting the test, you write the hypotheses and you conduct the RIL to see if we can even do the test. All right, so now we are ready to do this. I erased the equation, but it's the same as it was. We want observation minus expected squared over expected, summated, summation, summed. All right, so summation of I squared equals the summation of that. All right, so Bailey, you give me the first one, and we'll go around, we'll do 4, and then we'll show you how to get it out of your calculator. It'll take all day to plug all that in, but at least we'll know how to build it. So Bailey, what's the numbers for the first one?
Do 30 minus 34.22 squared divided by 34.22.
All right, Julia, can you do this one?
Yeah. It would be 30 minus 30.56 over 30.56.
Did you say squared?
Yeah, with
Okay.
the squared.
All right, Elena, this one?
99 over. Wait.
No, we're doing an observed value. That's from this chart. That's what we observed was bought minus expected value, which is from this chart.
Okay.
All right,
So it's 30 minus.
I'm in your way.
That's okay. 34.22 squared over 34.
All right, okay, Allie, you go to the last one, Allie. So we'll do all of the rest of our members of our class, our invisible members. We'll do that, and Allie, you conclude.
So it would be 35 minus 39.06 over squared over 39.06.
Okay, so that would be no fun to put in the calculator, would it? All right, so let's show you how the calculator actually can do it. I think all of your calculators will do this. So let's go. It's going to take a minute to get it all in there, but I think it's worth our time. Once you learn how to do it, it won't take you that long. All right, we have to go to second. And I'm going to erase the hypotheses. Is that all right? You
Should
got
I
'em?
show him what I'm doing on my calculator?
Maybe. Whatever you think works.
Wish I
Alright.
could ask him.
All right.
What do you
We're
want?
going to go to
I'm just gonna show
second
you what I'm doing.
x to the minus 1, which takes us to the matrix button.
Okay.
New territory. Can you find it? Second x to the minus 1, which is inverse of x.
I don't
to
even
the
know
matrix
where that
button.
is.
Got it?
No.
X to the minus 1. It's in the first column somewhere. can show
The
you.
first
I don't think I
column.
brought my calculator. That wasn't wise.
I don't see any. Wait. Yes. Okay. Never mind. I got it.
You
Yeah.
get to the word matrix.
Matrix. Yeah.
All right. When you hit the word matrix, go to edit.
Okay.
And under edit, I have to kind of, do you have a choice there? Can matrix A one of your choices?
Yeah.
All right, under edit, go to matrix A. So show me what that looks like. All right, so you have some dimensions there. See, did yours say 1 by 1 or something like that?
I said 3 by 3.
Okay, so we want it to say 3 by 3. We don't care about the totals. So we want 3 by 3. So if it's already there, you're fine. If it's already there, scroll down to the first part where, I think if you hit enter, hit 3 by 3, enter, it'll take you to the first entry. So hit 30, enter, 39, then it ought to scroll over to this one, and hit 39, enter, etc. 30, enter, and so forth. Just follow the chart. Are you being able to put yours in? It's working? How about you? All right, matrix A, make it a 3 by 3, 3 rows and 3 columns. So now it knows, so hit enter. All right, now it's waiting for you to put in from this 30, and then enter, and then 39, you see, wherever it goes, you put in the appropriate number. All right,
After that, do we do matrix B? And
we do not. We do not. The calculator is going to do this for us. This is all we have to tell it. So we don't have to do all this stuff that I taught you to do. All right.
Ooh.
So we're done. Once you're done there, then you got to go. You got all your values in. Go to stat tests. So matrix A, enter values. So we did that. All right, stat tests. And this time you said you had this one, chi-squared test, right? It's not goodness of fit this time, so you're all okay. So hit chi-squared test. Now you got to tell it where the values are for your chi-squared test. So guess where you go? Back to second, x to the minus 1 matrix.
But what about the expected?
Yeah, the calculator's going to do it for you.
So
Isn't
do
that
we?
awesome?
So do we just do observed as A?
And so we have to tell it what matrix, matrix A. And enter, I think.
Do we calculate or draw?
I did draw.
Yeah,
I think I'll do draw too.
chi-squared test, there it is.
it wants
It already has A. Expect, it's, the see,
Is this what it
it's
looks
gonna
like for
put
you?
the values in NB. So now you just hit that, now you hit, yeah. Alright, cool.
I don't know why it has a little bar.
I think those are the, I think that's above where the shading is. Alright. Is anyone getting something? Are you getting 18.27 for
Yeah.
the chi-squared?
Yeah.
Are you? How about you, Julia? Did yours work? You get
It
chi-squared?
showed me the draw, but
Alright, it's at the bottom it should tell you, it doesn't tell you in the bottom. There, that one. Alright, just hit calculate. Alright, so 18.27, the p-value is very low, so we will reject the hypothesis that says there's no difference, and we will accept the fact that there is a difference when music is played. So now you know when you open your wine store. Alright, if you had done this long calculation, you would have also gotten 18.28 by some miracle. And the p-value, if you go to your chart, let's see if we can find this on our chart. We're expecting a p-value that's low, 0.00. What was it, 0.001? All right, we're expecting a low one from our chart. So go to chart C and find it. Chart C. Did yours come up on the calculator, Elena? I didn't. You were on your way there.
Yeah. I can't remember where I left off. I started writing it down.
Okay, so you already entered your values. So now we're on stat
Did we didn't print out chart C, did we?
test. So hit stat
Yeah.
and go to tests and go down to chi-square. Are you finding the same number? All right, so you already told it what's in A. It's going to put the expected values in B. So that's cool. We don't have to calculate them all. And then just go down and calculate.
So 5 minutes.
5 minutes, thanks. All right, did it come up, this value? Okay, all right, so
How many degrees
did you
of
find,
freedom?
I've been waiting for someone to ask. Waiting and waiting.
4.
How could you look it up on chart C when you don't know how many degrees of freedom? So write this on, I haven't taught you that yet. And guess what it is? We now are on a two-way chart, so it isn't going to be like, what was it, n1 minus 1 or n2 minus 1, whichever is smaller. It's not going to work that way. You're going to take the number of rows minus 1 and multiply it times the number of columns minus 1. So please indicate that on the front of your paper. The degrees of freedom are calculated rows minus 1 times columns minus 1. Rows go this way, columns go that way. Don't include the totals, just the raw data. So Julia, what do you think the degrees of freedom will be on this example? How many rows are there? Minus 1. And how many columns are there? Minus 1.
So we multiply them into 4.
Right. 2 rows? Well, there are 3. Minus 1 is 2. There are 3 columns. Minus 1 is 2. So you will go to the degrees of freedom 4. Make sure that is written on your paper somewhere for future reference. 4. So when you go to chart C, degrees of freedom 4 and 18.28, does it show up? It's going to be between what? Bailey, you got a number?
0.0025 and 0.001.
All right. Is that
Should
is that
I don't really know how to show
0.001?
him.
All right. She said it's between
So
0.005.
it says the fourth
0.001.
degree of freedom
25.
right here, this row, and then
0.025. Okay.
there's 16.42 and 18.47.
Did you snooze it?
I hit OK to the 5 minutes, and this is the timer for the video.
Oh, okay. I'm all mixed up.
Yeah, so
All right,
I'm. Should I
so-
stop it and stop? I mean, stop it.
Yeah, let's do one more.